after my cancer diagnosis and the experience that I went through, I decided, having realized that my mind was so powerful, right? Because 18 months later, after my diagnosis, after going through treatment, I went for tests, and the cancer had gone into remission. And of course, it wasn't totally only as a result of my mind, but I knew that my mind played a very significant part, because if I wasn't positive throughout my cancer treatment, I think probably I would have had different results. But I realized that my mind is a very powerful tool. So I began to study about myself through understanding how my mind works. Of course, I was already convinced that my mind was a powerful thing because of the attitude that it had given me as I went through the cancer. And then so I went through some rigorous studies of how this mind works, and what I came across is actually changed the way I see myself and the way I see every other human being. Because the mind is made up of two main things. The first one is the mind itself, which is the thinking aspect. But also the mind is actually part of our whole system. The whole body is also part of the mind as well, because you can't separate the thinking from the action, because the thinking and the action are actually one thing. So there is the mind there is the body, but all together you can call that the mind. I don't know whether I'm confusing you, but do you understand when I say that our whole system is part of the mind? But then there's this top part, which is made up of the conscious mind and then the subconscious mind, and then the body, because the body is an instrument of the mind. Everything that you do, right, that you end up doing, whether you end up driving and going to Polokwane or whatever, is something that you will have thought about, and then you now get into the car. That's now physical. You are now driving, right? Or you decide that whatever decision you want to make, what are you thinking of now as a decision? What would you want to do?
Whether to come through to the next Ink-Candescent Book Talk.
All right. So that's a thought, right? That's an idea. That's in your mind. And then you are now going to get into your car on that day and come over, right? So everything that we do, we have to think about first. So the body is an instrument of the mind, all right? Mm-hmm. But then the most interesting part is that the conscious mind and the subconscious mind are the two